Welcome to Empowered by East Season 2. I'm Aly Hobson from Whitehall High School.
And I'm Blair Huddleston from Wynn High School. This year, we're celebrating 30 years of East, revolutionizing education.
This season, we're going to be talking to people from East at every single level. Students, facilitators, alumni, and community partners, and learning how they have made East what it is today.
Now, let's jump into today's episode. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Empowered by East. I'm really excited about today's episode, Aly.
Yes, so this is actually a really special episode because we are lucky enough to have our first live studio audience. And so we are very excited, right, Blair?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We are sitting in the student training room right now. We have some people with us who are pretty interested in podcasting. Yeah, so would y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Callie.
And we go to Westside High School.
Alrighty. So what made you guys want to attend today's training?
I wanted to attend because I've always wanted to do something with videoing to help our school, because a lot of kids don't tend to know about the activities or the sports going on that happens to everything, and I just want them to be able to come out and support everyone in what they're doing.
I wanted to attend today because I think podcasting is really interesting, and if we started a podcast, it would be an easier way to get information out for people who like don't have a way to find out what's going on.
Absolutely.
So have y'all ever worked with podcasting equipment before you came here? Or is this a completely new experience?
I have a little, some of my friends, they were in East last year, and they had a podcast, and so I got to mess with like a soundboard and the mics a little bit, but I didn't really know much about it. My East facilitator came to us about it and asked us if maybe we would be interested, and we said, sure, we could try something new.
I have not, but I'm really interested in it.
So have you guys, so we've been here for about half the day so far. This is kind of the second part of our day. We're kind of nearing the end, and we've learned a lot today. We've learned a lot, I would say. And so we've had a really fun day today, just kind of sharing as much information as we can on our side of things. So I'd love to know what you guys have kind of learned today overall that you're ready to carry back to your program.
I've learned a lot about just the equipment in general, and that you don't need to have anything like necessarily like fancy or super expensive to start. And I've learned a lot about like how to be a good interviewer and an interviewee. So
I've learned how to work the equipment because I like messing with all like the cameras and the technology and just figuring out all the behind the scenes. And I think that it's I've learned like a lot on how to like work the equipment. Like I like getting to be able to mess with it because that helps my learning a lot more. And I think it's just really cool how we were able to put this on.
I think it's really cool with student trainings, kind of, you get the opportunity to do that hands-on stuff that you're talking about, and you get the chance to see things exactly as they are and learn from people that know a lot about them. And so it's really cool today how we kind of get the opportunity as students who've been to several trainings, we get the opportunity to kind of teach what we've learned as hosts of the East podcast. And so I think it's really cool with student trainings how we have the chance to just teach what we have learned and what we've learned as students at trainings like this, but also at our schools, and kind of carry it on to you guys. And you're learning from experts that are even cooler than us and know even more than us. And so I'd love to know, have you guys ever actually been to a training before this? And what was kind of your experience with that? What training did you go to? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it?
Yes, I've been to a training for East Champions. I've been the East Champion at my school for around 2 years, and so I went there and we kind of helped with the conference, and they really kind of like they listened to our opinions, and I felt like they really heard us and helped, and like you could see that they put that into the conference. And then I listened to an online one in middle school, and it really helped with photo editing because that's always something I've wanted to do. And it was really helpful. It gave me a lot of details.
Absolutely.
I came to one this time last year. It was over Photoshop, and it was over one other. I can't remember what it was. And I went in knowing absolutely nothing, and I can use it pretty well now. So it taught me a lot. And our teacher in there, he was really nice, and he was ready to help everybody and show you what you're doing.
That's one of my personal favorite things about coming here is that the staff is always so welcoming and you never see an unfamiliar face and they're always so friendly. How how does coming here feel any different than just being at school?
It's a lot more hands-on here, and it feels almost more like personal here because you're only focused on like the topic at hand, and everybody here is going to be absolutely interested in what's going on.
And like at school, I feel like some people are like, it's just school. Like they don't care. And I feel like here, like we could ask as many questions as we want. And it really like they get you engaged. You want to learn. Like at school, sometimes people are like, bleh. Like sometimes I'm like that at school. Like I don't want to be there all the time. But then here, like it's almost like everyone's welcoming. They're really kind, and it just makes you want to learn what we're doing.
Well, here it's really cool because with our student trainings, it's not something that's some super broad topic. It's something that's really specific and allows you to fully dive in an 8 hour, what you would spend at school, like an 8 hour school day, but you're spending it here working with these experts, working with the staff, and really diving fully hands-on to learning these skills so that you can at least get a decent understanding of it by the end of the day and continue to go back to school and learn and grow and evolve in those skills and maybe even go to more advanced training the next time so that you're constantly learning, you're constantly growing, you're constantly evolving. And I think that's honestly the best part about being an East student is that you get these direct experiences that you wouldn't have at your school to have a smaller class size of students who are really focused on wanting to learn this one specific skill, and then having these experts that are fully willing to give their time from their jobs outside of East, the East, oh my goodness, the East volunteers that we have that choose to come from other workplaces, not necessarily already existing East staff, and they choose to come because they want us to learn and they want us to grow. And so I think that's a really, really important part of it.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it's really cool too how y'all were able to come and like here because I do like learning from a teacher. It's very helpful, but also getting to learn like y'all are students as well, and getting to learn it from people who are around our age and stuff. Like you almost put it into like a different perspective too. So I feel like it helps get to see everything with every way it is.
Yeah, that's such a big part that I think we miss out on at school is the different point of view. I mean, when you come here, like you said, every staff member is invested in what you're doing and everyone here is interested in what you want to do. So part of that is just becoming what you want to be and what you're interested in and focusing on that. So another level, little deeper than that, is the same thing at East Conference. You know, you're going to conference with people who are familiar with that same vibe, same attitude. Everybody's there for a reason. So I don't know if you're familiar with our conference thing this year, but it's the greatest hits. And I just wanted to know, what do you think is your greatest hit in East?
I think. Oof. Do you want to go first?
I think last year East Conference was probably some of our like I guess best work.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we talked to a lot of people and got a lot of people like engaged in our projects, and I feel like we explained them really well. And Kaylee actually, you were with Kelsey when you explained the booth.
Yeah, we got there. I think like my greatest hit would be one of the projects we did. We collaborated with our children's volunteer club at our school, and we did a like prom dress shop thing.
Oh, wow.
Because at our school, like like it's very like just like different. Like you have all sorts of different people. It's like you never really know what's going on. And so like to be able, because I'm a girly girl. Like I love going to dress shop. I love all the things. And they had haircuts, like makeup stylist, and
That's
people
amazing. That is amazing.
people could donate dresses, and we'd sell them for like $15 maybe, but they were like actual like prom dresses, so everyone had a chance to go and get what they needed.
That's incredible. Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible because
Wonderful.
I mean it means a lot to East students. I think whenever we are working on projects and we're trying our best to solve a problem that we see in their community, But I think what means even more is when you kind of realize the impact that that has on people other than us, on kids that aren't in East, or kids that, or just families, individuals in your community that need help, and we may not always realize it. But when you see that need, you see the problem, and you work to fix it using all the skills that East offers us. I think it's a really cool opportunity that we have. Once we see that impact, everybody's completely sold on it. You just realize you're like, this is exactly why I do what I do. This is exactly why I'm in East, because I want to make this difference. I want to make a change in my community. And so when you see the impact that that makes, I mean, I know for me and I know for Blair, like it makes all the sense in the world why we do what we do.
Yeah, like I just really I've just love people getting to see the opportunity, like the smiles on the faces, and just knowing that like I get to help someone, because I don't like seeing like things where it's like, oh, well, I'm not able to do that because of blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I just want everyone to be able to have the same opportunities that everyone else has.
And I think that's probably the most impactful part of East is that you're able to take these skills and go into your community and really just show them what East is and who you are and how East has helped you become that. So I just want to say thank you guys for speaking with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course. And we will take a short break and be right back with Empowered by East. Today, Aly and I had the opportunity to speak with East students at today's training about what their greatest hit in East is. And here's what they had to say.
Hi, my name is Ayana Pollard. I go to Mableville Elementary School. My greatest hit in East is probably this is my second training to go to, and I'm really glad that I get to go to these trainings. My name is Autumn, and I go to Mableville Elementary. My greatest hit is that I made the East Conference team and being here today.
My name is Amir. I go to Dunbar Magnet Middle School, and my greatest hit in East is probably 8th grade week, because I think it's a cool way to honor and remember the 8th graders that went here before us, and to leave our mark as 8th graders when we go and leave for high school.
My name is Brenton Houston. I go to Friendship Aspire Academy, and my biggest hit in East so far, because I've only been here, I've been in East for 1 year, is probably being a part of my school's podcast and just helping out with the podcast and being a host.
My name is Frank. I go to Pocahontas Junior High. My greatest hit in East is making a podcast, speaking in Marshallese for the Marshallese parents that don't know how to speak English or learn English yet.
My name is Jamarian Allison. I go to Crossing High School, and my greatest accomplishment in East is making a podcast to show what goes on around the city, because everyone don't know what goes around.
Okay, I'm Calvin Valderosca. I go to Pottsville Junior High, and my greatest hit in East is doing my podcast and being here today.
My name is William Shipley. I go to Pottsville Junior High. My greatest hit in East probably has to be when I started my podcast, filmed my first episode and published it.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Empowered by East. We are here today with 20 of our new best friends, aren't we, Blair? We are having a ton of fun this afternoon at our How to Start a Podcast training here at East HQ. And we have 2 lovely ladies that volunteered to talk with us a little bit today. So ladies, please introduce yourselves and tell us about your name, your school, and where you're from.
I'm Margaret Rogers. And I'm Hattie, and we go to Mountain View Middle School.
All right, guys. So we just had a few questions for y'all today. But most importantly, is this y'all's first time here?
Yes.
Yes, and how's it been? How have y'all been feeling?
I really like it. It's really fun. I've learned a lot here, and yeah, it's really amazing.
Yeah, I'm so glad. So what made y'all want to come here today?
Well, I just really like in Mountain View, in the 5th grade class, we did a project on podcasts, and I really enjoyed it, and so I wanted to keep learning and learn more about it, and yeah. We also did the podcast project in our East class, and it was really fun, and we got to learn about all the equipment we got to use, and it made me want to come and do this training.
Yeah. So we've been here a while today, and we've learned a lot of stuff, I would say. And so what would you guys say has been like the most valuable thing that you've learned today, or just overall what you've learned that you're like, I'm so ready to take this back to Mountain View East. I'm ready to take it back and learn and grow and continue getting better at it.
Probably all like the different steps to like put in your podcast and how to like talk and all that different stuff.
Probably the same thing that she said, and just learning how to interview a guest properly and before you interview them, talk about and like talk with them and get them comfortable to talking in the mic with you, and so they get to know you better.
Absolutely. I think it's really important that you do that. I think it's a great way, like how we talked to you guys beforehand. So y'all were comfortable in us and y'all were excited to talk with us, and how you were asking us questions of, oh, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about in our interview? Just so y'all felt prepared and you felt comfortable, because the best way you can do a podcast and an interview, I would say in any way, I think, is that you have to be comfortable with the person that you're talking to, but also we have to be comfortable with you guys, so we get to know a little bit about you, not too much, so that we can talk about it in your interview and in our podcast. And so that's really special for us to get to teach you guys today and kind of get to help guide you along, is teaching you those really important little things that you might not always think about. And I think that's the really special part about student trainings here at East HQ, is that we get the opportunity, we're really lucky today as students to get to help teach one of these classes, but we get the experts in here, the people that know everything about everything, it feels like, and we get to sit in here and talk with them and learn so much about so many specific little tiny things that you wouldn't always think about. And so it's really cool today, even though sometimes it may be a little tiresome and you're like, oh my goodness, there's more to learn, but it's so cool for us to get here and realize that there's a lot that I can learn about this and then take it back to my school or my program. So I think it's really cool being here today, for sure.
So y'all mentioned that do y'all have a podcast at your school currently?
Well, we studied it for a little while, and we got together with one of our just classmates, and we did a podcast that was just like for like get to know how to do it and stuff. But I'm sure during like as the school year keeps going on, we might get to like start making more and more podcasts, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's definitely the goal of what we wanted y'all to leave today with, is wherever you go, wherever your program is, we want you guys to be able to take the skills that you learn, whether you end up starting a project for like a podcast specifically, or you just do a podcast on your own. You decide, this is something I'm interested in, this is something that I really want to learn more about and grow in. And so you just take that and you use it either inside of East, inside of school, inside your personal life. Like, you can do anything with this. And so that's really the goal for today, is that you guys learn it and can take it in so many different parts of your life.
So y'all were given a unique opportunity to come here. Not many students get to come here just because, but y'all were able to come here for something that you're interested in and you want to take back to your school. So Aly and I both love it here. I mean, every time we come here, it's a party. So we were just curious do y'all love it here as much as we do?
Yes.
Yes?
It's really amazing. All the stuff we get to learn and just do.
Yeah? Just kind of be a part. What do you think, Hattie?
It's like my first training here and first time being here, and it's like so cool, and I like would love to come back and do all these different trainings.
Oh yeah, Aly and I love coming here.
Yeah.
I know I said that, but we just love coming here. We love getting to see familiar faces and just kind of getting to even just being in a classroom. I mean, this is our first time kind of leading a training a little bit, but it's still fun just to get involved with people who have similar interests with us as well.
For sure.
So,
and I know that that's a really big part of the experience that Blair and I have had as students coming here, since we're still East students, is that it means a lot to us, and I'm sure it means a lot to y'all, to have such friendly people here that are excited, not just students, but to have the staff and all the other facilitators be so excited that you guys are here, and to kind of have a warm, really comfortable smile on their face and just be so welcoming when we're here. And I think that really contributes a lot to the experience that kids have. It makes them want to come back. And so for this being y'all's first experience here at East headquarters, but also being your first student training, overall, it seems like y'all have enjoyed it quite a bit. But how would you say your experience has been today, kind of with everything, not just specifically what we've learned in the class, but just being here at East headquarters, seeing some of the staff members, seeing some different kids and some different facilitators? How's that experience been for both of you ladies?
It's been really cool, like, seeing how many people, like, work with East and how many people, like, love it and all that stuff. And, like, seeing, like, so many students wanting to come and learn about podcasts and all that different stuff. It's just been a great experience because you get to, it feels so welcoming because all the staff are so friendly and just love to get to know you and see what you're interested in, if you what you like and all that stuff.
And I love that y'all mentioned that because I think here at East, it's really different than a kind of a regular, if we were to spend a regular 8-hour day at school. Even in our East programs, being here is really, really different. So how would y'all say being here today, learning from these experts that we've learned from, is kind of different than if you were just at a traditional day at school?
Well, you don't get to do the, well, sorry. It's different because during our East classes, everybody's like scattered around, doing all these different projects. But like here, you get to learn about one specific thing that you're like interested in, and it's just like different because like you don't have all these different people running around doing all this different stuff. Like you're getting taught like the same thing with all these other people. Yeah, what she said, yeah, it was I was gonna say, and she, just the experience coming here, is really cool, and it's different because, going to school, you have a lot of things that you have to work on, and then once you do one thing, you can't think of something else to do, but you know you have other things to do, and here you can just like, it's just really easy to listen and pay attention to what you're supposed to be doing and learning about. Yeah.
So how long have y'all been in East?
This is my first year in East, and it's
Okay.
been really amazing. This is also my first year in East, and it's been really fun.
Y'all are some fabulous.
Yeah, y'all are some great first years. So let's see. So this is your first year. So compared to the beginning of the year and to now, I mean, I've been in East for 7 years, and to think back to how I was when I first started, I was very shy. And if little me saw that I was doing a podcast right now, she would be shocked. So I just want to know, how have you seen growth in yourself and even in other people in your programs just from starting this school year?
One thing about me is when I first went to East, I really didn't know anyone. I didn't have any friends in that class because all my friends took it like the year before. And like I was really shy and like couldn't really think of like things to do for like projects and stuff. But now like I can talk to others and I can like come up with all these different things to do for projects. Yeah, if I was really shy in the beginning, I didn't have any friends in my class, but now I sit with my friends that now I got to know them a lot better and got to collaborate with all my other classmates and just learn more about them and see what they're interested in and what I'm interested in and how we can work together on East projects.
So you guys are fabulous first year students. I look back at my first year and I'm like, my goodness, these girls are so much better than I was. But it's really cool because in your first year of East, you're like today, kind of, you're learning so much and so much that you can take with you and kind of grow and evolve with, like you guys are talking about how you've grown so far. So what's one thing, since this is your first year, this is also a really special year in East with our 30th anniversary. What is one thing maybe you're looking forward to doing? Maybe a project, maybe learning something new, like a new skill, something with your podcast, maybe hoping to do that. Are you hoping to go to East Conference or something really cool? Tell us about maybe one big goal you both have for yourselves in this year.
Well, from the experience today that I've had, I've really enjoyed it, and my goal is to keep working at just the things that I love, like podcasting, and coming back to the East headquarters and learning more about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest goal is probably I really want to go to East Conference this year.
It's the best.
Yeah, and then also like I want to come to more trainings like this, just like to learn more about all the equipment and all different things we can do in East. Yeah.
So a big part of conference, I don't know if y'all kind of know about it, but a big part of conference each year is always the theme. So last year's theme was If You Know, You Know, and this year we have the theme of the greatest hits because it's our 30th year anniversary. So what would y'all consider your greatest hit in East?
I think my greatest hit is probably coming here today because it's my first training and there was like a lot of people that really wanted to do it, but like my facilitator chose me and I feel like it's very good and stuff.
Yeah, very rewarding. Yeah.
I think my greatest hits in East is the podcast, just getting to know my facilitator and my classmates, and that we can trust each other and work together, and just learning more about anything in East and helping the community.
Alrighty, ladies. Well, y'all have been absolutely fabulous. It's been so awesome to see y'all so engaged today and have so much fun. Y'all are exactly the kind of East students that are the best kind of East students because you just take everything that we can teach you and you just take it and you run with it. And that's what makes us as kind of older students at this point, makes us really proud. And I know that it makes your facilitators proud and it makes the East staff even more proud because they know that they're doing a good job and it's kind of trickling down the way of we're helping, they're teaching us, we're teaching y'all, and it all kind of all comes together. And so I want to thank y'all so much for volunteering and being excited and choosing to come and talk with us for a little bit today. And I just hope that y'all have the absolute best first year in East ever. And I know that y'all will have an absolutely incredible time. Thank you so much for talking with us today, girls.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for watching Empowered by East. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on all social media platforms. We'll see you next episode. Bye.